video it.
Welcome to Grim Wonders. My name is Mike, and if you're returning, thank you, and if you're new here, feel free to stick around. In the Grim Compilation series, we look at creepy footage found on the internet of potentially supernatural occurrences. We talk about them, analyse them, or debunk them. In this episode of the Grim Compilation series, we'll be exploring skinwalkers and going over some of the creepy and interesting footage alleging to be capturing them on camera. So, what are skinwalkers? I'll be going into greater detail about skinwalkers in another video, but here's a quick rundown. Skinwalkers are a mystic part of Navajo lore, and within their culture, there is a good and evil alignment of the study of magic, defined as what would be known as witches and medicine men. Witches being consumed by the study of dark magic, and medicine men being a type of positive healer where they existed to affect their will positively. Although not 100% clear due to the secrecy within their culture, as the lore goes, skinwalkers are witches who have crossed the point of no return, becoming totally warped abominations that are cursed to roam in their disfigured state, where they've started to become more animal than human, to the point of being able to warp themselves into mimics of animals, or allegedly people too, forced to roam the land looking for the next prey. As a side note, it's this corrupted human reason as to why the skinwalkers aren't classed as a form of cryptid, as the concept of cryptids and the study of cryptozoology are defined as animals that have not yet been fully proven to exist, yet people seem to encounter them. The following videos are a selection of the most interesting captured where people believe they may have encountered or captured skinwalkers on camera. Some of these videos are more questionable than others, but I want to analyse them anyway. Here are some of the alleged characteristics of skinwalkers to keep in mind. Their primary characteristic is that they can shapeshift into animals or even humans. However, in witness accounts and from skinwalker lore, sometimes they fail to fully manifest and can appear as beastly abominations. They are thought to mimic people in order to lure potential prey towards them, but can't fully capture them correctly. So for example, mimicking a family member yelling for help, yet they don't quite sound right. Another characteristic of the skinwalker is that when they sound far away with their calling, they're actually close to you, and if they sound up close to you, they're actually further away. So with these characteristics in mind, let's get into the media that's been captured and shared online. This first video was captured when a guy got out of his car after seeing what he believed to be a coyote crossing the road in front of him. What sounds like a person yelling "hey" from the darkness can be heard.
Just saw, looked almost like a coyote run right across here. That sounded like a kid. Or a goat.
Some people mention that it could be a goat making that noise, as it does sound similar. Is it possible that a goat would be making such a noise if a coyote was nearby? Surely they would be keeping quiet when a predator is around, or they'd be running away. This obviously could possibly be an animal, or the video itself is just acting or fabrication, but you have to imagine that something significant may have been seen, assuming that the video is authentic, in order to get out of the car with a camera and start recording. This is what gives the footage some plausibility in my eyes. Imagine for a moment that you're driving down a dirt road on your own and something crosses the road significant enough for you to stop, get out of your vehicle and start recording. Most people wouldn't, and they'd keep driving. He didn't conclusively say that a coyote crossed his path either. He said almost like a coyote, which goes by the skinwalker, it goes on all fours. Is this a mimic lure to bring a person off the road, or is this as simple as animals roaming around? The following video takes place in a wooded area where a group of friends are recording their trail walk at night, and what happens next left people arguing over what was captured. Skinwalker, a cryptid sighting, or is it just a wild animal? Or multiple wild animals?
We got here hearing weird noises in the forest. What the fuck? Oh! 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 What the fuck? What the fuck?
As you can see, something was clearly watching them as they walked along, and as soon as they realised they'd been spotted or locked eye contact, whatever it is quickly ducks away, only to reappear quickly at the other side of the tree. And you can clearly see that whatever the creature is, it's not human, as its eyes reflect. Now, on first glance, it could quickly be dismissed as a wild animal in the tree. Some people say it could even be an owl, but let's look at that even closer because I'm not fully convinced. So let's examine what we can see. We can see a tall tree which is about 2 foot wide from the point of view of the camera. You can see something pop out of here that appears to be a head with eyes visible. You can also see something lower down at the base of the tree that also appears to reflect. The part about this video that's confusing to me is that if it's an owl or raccoons or some sort of wild animal, it takes less than 2 seconds for another head or its head to pop out from the other side too, which if you think about it would be much more plausible if the creature was larger to peek around the other side of the tree. Allow me to demonstrate what I mean with my incredibly advanced visual graphics. You could imagine from this direction how it might move between the edges of the tree trunk. A large creature, in this example, a hypothetical bipedal skinwalker peeking around the edge of the trunk. If it was an owl clinging to the tree with its talons, would it be able to move so quickly from one side of the tree to the other? And I'm not going to conclude whether this is a skinwalker or not, as there's not enough information to go by. But it could be an accidental sighting of a cryptid. I'll leave it up to you to decide, and whatever it is, it's definitely disconcerting.
What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I saved this video until now, as it's probably one of the more weird videos I've found, as I can't fully debunk it. The resolution of the video is quite low, but some context as to why they're recording is a group of friends are tracking wildlife, either to hunt or possibly for the photography. I'll let the video play for itself and then we can go over it in detail.
Alright.
How do you track them?
There's 2 more black dots. Cody. Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick? What was that?
He's walking creep.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. What the frick?
I'm gonna go get my gun.
That was a skinwalker.
No.
As you can see, there are rolling fields being overlooked by a camera from a higher position, giving a wide view of the landscape. As they commented, you can see what appears to be 2 black dogs and what appears to be deer or horses roaming around. Something triggers the animals to run through the brush and wooded area, and you can see a very odd looking shape moving along the same path as the deer or horses. The reason this video seems more genuine to me as being something odd being captured on camera is that the reactions of the people filming appear to be genuine. They're startled, confused and can't fully understand what they're looking at. They just witnessed what appears to be a light-coloured quadrupedal animal, in this case being a deer or a horse, suddenly appear to be walking bipedally. All things said about the video, authentic or not, these are almost the exact way the Navajo culture describes skinwalkers shape-shifting witches. They can morph between 2-legged humanoids to 4-legged animals. You can hear one of the guys in the video say, "He's walking creepy," which in a way confirms outside of the video itself that with their own eyes, they can see what looks like a person. After watching the video dozens of times, it literally looks like something changing shape, and as quickly as it appeared, it disappears into the bushes. The following is a very strange image captured by a person's trail camera. I believe it's worth looking at because, although not being a 4K resolution picture guaranteed Skinwalker Caught on camera, it does mentally play with the uncanny valley. Looking at it, in the infrared night lighting of the camera, it just looks very odd. In the context of skinwalkers, Navajo descriptions of skinwalkers and other alleged eyewitness testimony say that shape-shifting can sometimes fail to be fully convincing, and that their appearance is how Navajo people and other witnesses manage to escape them. The uncanny valley effect is what stands out to me in this image, almost like what an inexperienced person would sculpt of a deer with antlers. You can make out what its shape is, but it looks slightly off. What I mean by this is the distended and warped antlers that don't look quite right in shape, a pointed snout and hunched shoulders with oddly shaped legs. The person who this trail camera belongs to that captured the image also claimed that this was the last image that the trail camera ever captured, as the camera now no longer works after this one. So the following video is actually a little bit disturbing to watch, whether it's a skinwalker or not, so I hope you're prepared for that. I believe it's authentic due to the person who's recording and the reactions sounding like they're terrified of what they're witnessing. So let's take a look at the video. I'll let it play through first and then analyse it with you. So yeah, that's pretty disturbing in my opinion, and whether it's a person on drugs or not is another matter in itself, but let's just break down what we can see and hear in the video. Firstly, we hear chain link fence rattling and a person walking around with their phone out recording. We can see from their point of view that they're clearly startled and have shaky breathing as a result of what's going on around them, triggering their fight or flight response. In my opinion, this lends credulity to the video as such reactions are hard to fake. An interesting note about the video to bear in mind is that the text banner across it claims it's at a place called Dynamite Park, and a cursory search online, Dynamite Park is located in Arizona within the old territories of where the Navajo people also lived, in fairly close proximity to Navajo land. This lends credulity by the very nature that it takes place where the old stories of the Skinwalker originate. The first disturbing aspect of the video, aside from the pitch black darkness surrounding and the dimly lit streetlights, is the fact that you can audibly hear guttural, animal-like wailing or groaning. It sounds like a person in pain, but the strangest aspect of this video to me, it sounds like a dog's rhythm of howling or grunting. Then towards the end of the video, although shaky, you can see a humanoid or person running on all fours like a chimpanzee or a gorilla moves at speed. In the Navajo language, their word for skinwalker literally means, by means of it, it goes on all fours. There's always the possibility that videos are staged online for clicks, but if there was outright evidence caught on camera, would you even believe it? This one is definitely weird, and removing the paranormal element of a potential skinwalker sighting, if this person is on drugs acting crazy, it's equally if not more scary than the paranormal alternative. Just like with the previous videos covered on this channel, where people may mistake evidence of a home invader for a ghost, crazy people who may do you harm are just as scary if not more scary. The following video I'm including because I want to just demonstrate how scary wild animals can sound, as many of the videos I've reviewed in the process of making this video were clearly of wildlife that people ascribed a supernatural quality to them. Any person who lives in the countryside anywhere in the world will be familiar with the creepiness at night brought on by the sound of wild animals.
Holy f.
In the UK where I live, the animals that make the scariest noise if you're out walking are foxes. Foxes calling or screeching can summon mental images like those found in the tales of Celtic banshees. A quiet night, punctured suddenly by the sound of an animal screech, can really make you jump. And it's probably terrifying if you're unfamiliar, or if you're accustomed to living in towns, cities, and built-up areas. This video has likely recorded the sound of a large pack of coyotes making a lot of noise, probably over prey they've caught, but to someone unfamiliar, this footage is submitted claiming to be skinwalker evidence. Though disturbing, I don't believe anything supernatural or paranormal was captured in this one. The following shorter clip was captured on a person's doorbell camera at night and captured some creepy noises coming from the woods. Here's what the person who submitted the clip had to say. I was outside my garage smoking a few nights ago, with the doors closed thankfully. I heard the noises, checked the camera, and it gives me the creeps. My friend said Skinwalker, and I wanted to crawl out of my skin. So let's take a look and a listen, and I will boost the audio so we can hear it a bit clearer. From the footage, it definitely sounds creepy and could be perceived as something out of a horror movie. However, as other people have stated in response to this video, it is more likely to be the sound of a creature that lives in the woods. It doesn't sound like a coyote and it doesn't sound like a fox, so here is what a black bear sounds like. To me, I'm pretty sure that the person heard a black bear calling and the Ring camera just picked it up at a lower quality bitrate, so it just sounds like awful yelling or groaning. The following video was recorded by a person while they were out on a walk, and it captures sounds coming from deep within the woods, and the noises are nightmare fuel if you're sensitive to this sort of thing. So let's take a look. So most people at this point might write it off as being a bobcat or a large cat screeching in the woods. You might even come to the conclusion that it's a mountain lion, but that's where you'd be wrong though, as this video was captured in Germany near the border with Poland. There are no large cats roaming the wild, and certainly no mountain lions. It sounds almost but not quite like a person or a woman screaming from the distance, a banshee screech, and I included it in this compilation because the person who submitted it didn't know what it was. And skinwalkers are supposedly a North American phenomenon only, in their lore are known to mimic people screaming or calling for help in order to draw in their prey. You could speculate that it's a fox screeching too, and it's very likely just that. There are also stories, myths and legends of cryptids in German folklore, of creatures that screech horribly from the forests and at passers-by. The Wolpertinger is said to be one of those creatures. Whatever the source of the screeching may be, it's definitely something you wouldn't want to hear or come across at night on your own. Let me know what you think in the comments below about anything we've covered in this video. Even if you have your own stories or creepy encounters, if you have any weird clips or videos of ghosts or cryptids, alien, or anything paranormal, feel free to send them to grimwondersyt@gmail.com. And now we're at the end of the video, and I wanted to just say thank you to everyone for watching, and if you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to follow along with my upcoming ones. As the channel grows, I want to get out into the world and to conduct my own investigations, whether that's cryptid investigations or ghost hunting. As this channel grows, more things become possible. And again, thank you for watching and stay safe.